y'all ever been to Pulaski, Tennessee? Yeah, not a big tourist town, Pulaski. This is a fun fact about Pulaski, Tennessee that the booker told me on the drive in. But he told me that Pulaski, Tennessee was known for being the birthplace of the KKK. Yeah, it was the first time in my life I did not want to pretend to be black anymore. I was like, maybe there's some nuances to this race shit that I don't want to smoke with. You know, like, I had to trade these Air Maxes in for Sperry's, bro. Because, look, I don't know what the protocol for me is in Pulaski, Tennessee, but I doubt it's much better. I doubt they're gonna look at me and be like, yo, let that Puerto Rican looking Arab go. I doubt they're gonna give me that. So I asked the booker, I was like, yo, don't you think that would have been pertinent information for me to know before I came out to Pulaski, Tennessee? And he's like, nah, bro, don't even worry about it. That was a dark past. Most of us are ashamed of it. And I was like, most isn't a good enough word. Like, most works for most things, but not the Klan. And two, I mean, I'm ashamed every time I jerk off, I still do it. You know what I mean? It wasn't enough to win me over is what I'm saying, but like, working the road as a stand-up comedian, you get used to working a lot of sundown towns. Y'all know what I mean by sundown towns? Hell yeah, for you guys who don't know it, it looks a lot like this actually. I know we near Baltimore, but this shit look more like Dundalk. But like, as an Indian, every time I'm in a city that I don't, Indians, hell yeah. But as an Indian, every time I'm in a city that I don't feel comfortable in, like Timonium, Maryland, the first place I go to is a gas station. Because I don't know if you can tell, but that is the International Embassy of India. Hell yeah, my uncle renewed his visa there, bro. Like, the 7-Eleven got the same colors as the Indian flag. In Pulaski, Tennessee, that bitch is a beacon for me. And I walked into the first gas station there, and there was an Indian dude working the counter, so I had to ask him. I was like, yo, bro, how the fuck did you make it all the way out to Pulaski, Tennessee? And he just told me he came with the gas station. I thought that was crazy. This is the Dynamite Mart. A little bit more about me. I am well aware that I sound like a walking sinus infection. It's hard to dirty talk when you sound like this. You know, there is nothing I can say that won't kill the mood. Hell yeah, sex with me is like playing with the Tickle Me Elmo doll. Yeah, I mean that pussy like, yeah. The shitty part about that joke is my girlfriend came up with it. She's like, you should tell him you sound like Elmo during sex. I'm like, oh, thanks, babe. I don't know what I'd do without you. It's cool though. She loves me for me. She's a couple years older than me. So she's not a cougar, but she's at least a bobcat. She's at least a bobcat. Yeah, because she still got the whiskers. Oh, don't look at me like that, ma'am. I love that hairy bitch. That's my little Chewbacca. That pussy go. But one thing she's been trying to get me to do lately, she's been trying to get me to speak dirty to her in my native tongue. And I don't know how to do that exactly. You know, like I'm not fluent, but like anyone who's so at another language, I know all the bad words. Because I got yelled at a lot by my pops growing up. So I was like, bet, I'm gonna just tell her what he told me. It's not like she can tell the difference. But I will say it's kind of hard to nut when you're thinking about your father during sex. And you're telling her she's never gonna amount to anything. And the whole time you're doing a